goes in backcourt to Stephen Columbia of Clark County. Martin brings it into front court against Lofton. Right side to Columbia. Myrick guards in. Straight away to Gentry. Left side, Midden. Back out to Gentry. Spins into the lane. Goes up over Grutza. Misses, and Lofton with the rebound for Mason County. Pushes it front court to Jones on the right side. Spots up for the three. It's short. Rebound Grutza. And his pass is knocked down on the floor. And Martin comes up with the ball for Clark County. Each team misses on its first shot. Martin, quick pass. Up court to Midden, right corner. Works on Jones, goes to the baseline, forces up a shot, misses. Gentry knocks it to the right corner. It's run down by Litzinger. Now let's to Lofton. Big game. You might expect both teams to open up tight. Moves out straight away. Off to Litzinger at the high post. Gives to Lofton. Lofton fall away, top of the key, good. Two-pointer for Chris Lofton, and Mason County takes a 2-0 lead. 6:58 first quarter, 2-2-1 pressure. And it comes to Midden, up court to Martin. Martin drives, baseline left, cut off by Litzinger. He goes up for three, no good, long rebound. Gentry has it, and he walks. Ran into his own player, Columbia, and Gentry calls for the travel. Clark County 0 of 3 from the field. Mason County up 2-0. Clark County man-to-man. Columbia waits on Grutza. Dustin gives to Litzinger, high post, guarded by Midden. Litzinger fakes, gives to Jones, straight away for a three. It's no good. Long rebound, gets his own free throw line, shoots, spins out, and Preston with the rebound has it stripped away by Jones and out of bounds off Mason County. Gentry inbounded against the press. Runs the baseline, which he should have been able to do. He gets it in, though, to Columbia. Up to Midden. They trap him in front court. Gives to Gentry. Now trap him. Off to Preston. Straight away. Right side Columbia. Columbia on the dribble. Takes it to the basket. Goes up and in. That's what he did in the regular season matchup. And we're tied at 2. Throw by a couple of Royals and got the floater to fall. Lofton out to Grutza. Against Columbia. Now to Lofton. He's guarded by Gentry. Preston's just kind of playing rover inside, not guarding anyone man-to-man. Lofton takes it to the basket, scoops it off to Jones, up and in. Lofton draws the defense and dishes off to Jones, and it's 4-2, Mason County. Inbounds to Preston, skip past midcourt, comes to Midden, front court. Midden left wing against Grutza, out on top Gentry. Gentry drives right of the lane, stops, goes up, and walks. Gentry forcing something that wasn't there, cut off along the baseline. And Mike Rice wants a timeout. 5:35 to go first quarter. Mason County 4, Clark County 2, back in 30 seconds. Mason County 4, Clark County 2. 5:35 to play first quarter. It'll be Mason County's ball linked to the floor. Clark County taking the timeout after they turn the ball over. No changes for either team. Grutza against Columbia. Front court. Off to Lofton. Try to double team him. Chris pulls up. 18-footer. Good. Lofton with 4. Mason County leads 6-2. 5:20 to play in the first. Preston takes the inbounds pass. Skips it front court to Midden. They throw over the press and do a good job. Midden left wing inside to Preston. Goes up against Jones. Reverses. Up and in. That's Preston's first touch. And he puts it in. 6-4 Mason County. Grutza straight away. Out to Jones. Off to Myrick. Left side. Back to Grutza. Gentry guards him this time. Lofton, left side, 3 on the way. Good. Chris Lofton with 7 quick points. And it's 9-4 Mason County. 4:48 to play first quarter. Pass to Midden. He takes it down the left sideline. Throwing those diagonal passes to beat the zone pressure. Columbia baseline left. Jump stop. Gives to Gentry. Gentry into the lane. Has to strip away by Litzinger. On the floor. Picked up by Martin. Inside to Preston. Double teaming. Fans it out to Gentry. 15-footer. No good. Jones rebounds for Mason County. Outlet to Grutza. Grutza drives. Loses the ball. Gets it back. Saves it. Off. Try to go to Lawson. Stolen by Columbia. 9-4 Mason County. 4:15 first period. Martin against Lofton through the center circle. Right side to Columbia. Myrick guards him. Knocks the ball loose, but it goes back outside to Martin. Off to Columbia right wing. He puts it on the floor in the lane. Stripped away by Myrick. Off to Lofton. 2-on-2 the other way. Lofton takes it to the hole. Lays it up and in. 11-4 Mason County. Lofton with 9. 3:50 to play in the first quarter. Front court Martin, 2-on-1. Goes left side Midden for a three. Good. Martin Midden with his first basket. It's 11-7, Mason County. 3:35, first quarter. Brutza, way outside. Gentry gives him plenty of room. Brutza puts down the dribble. Gives to Myrick, right side. Against Martin. Myrick, couple of dribbles. Takes it to the lane. Fans it out to Litzinger. He takes a three-pointer. It's too hard. And Preston with the rebound for Clark County. 11-7, Mason County. 3:10, first quarter. Martin runs the point. Starts to his right, now goes to his left. One-hander to Midden. Three, left corner. In and out. Rebound Brutza for Mason County. Royals look to push it. Off to Jones. Down low to Brutza. Fakes. Back to Jones. Right corner for a three. No. And a rebound kept alive by Brutza. Goes to Myrick, right left corner. Myrick backs out on the dribble. Brutza. He'll try a three over Preston. Good. Mason County up 14-7. With 2:35 to go in the first quarter. 2-2-1 pressure. Gentry. Midcourt to Midden. Left corner Martin. Drives baseline into Preston. Catches, puts it up and in, and he's fouled. Count it. Preston gets it down on the block, puts it in, and he's pushed from behind by Brutza. First foul of the game on Mason County's Dustin Brutza. Bucket makes it 14-9 Mason County. 2:22 first quarter. Seth Weiss in for Mason County. Wes Jones checks in. Weiss, a 5'11 senior. Subway subs brought to you by Subway in Gateway Plaza. Preston for the three-point play. Clark County, an excellent free throw shooting team. Up and missed this one short. Litzinger with the rebound. Clark County hit 17 of 17 from the line in the first round against Fleming County. 14-9, Mason County with the ball in the lead. Litzinger right side. Three is no good. Rebound Columbia for Clark County. Martin goes out for play C. Works to the right sideline against Lofton. Inside to Preston. Pass high, but he knocks it down. Dribbles in the lane, up and good. Preston with 6. Mason County's lead cut to 3 at 14-11. 4 straight baskets by Preston and Clark County. Myrick for a three right side. It's in and out. Royals settling for threes here. Hit a couple early, now going more. Martin, long pass to Columbia right corner. He pulls up from 15. It's an air ball. Weiss with the rebound for Mason County. Outlet to Brutza. Brutza down the middle of the floor, drives by one man, lays it up, and in. Brutza with 5. Preston had his back to Brutza, and Brutza hits it. 16-11, Mason County. Preston to Martin across the timeline. Top of the key, left side Midden. Down low to Columbia, drives in, goes up, good, and he's fouled. Going to be a blocking call on Litzinger. Columbia with 4 points. Litzinger with his first foul. Mason County's second. Makes it 16-13. Mason County. Derek Gilbert in for Mason County. Out goes Litzinger. Matt Botner in for Clark County. 6'2 senior. Out goes Gentry. Columbia trying to complete the three-point play. Up and good. 5 for Columbia, and it's a 2-point Mason County lead at 16-14. Lofton brings the ball into front court against Columbia. Drives right side. Takes a three off the dribble. Good. Lofton with 12, his second three-pointer. And it's 19-14. Mason County with 55 seconds to play in the first quarter. Barrett Bridgewater, 5'9 senior in for Clark County. Out goes Mark Midden. 2-2 press hadn't bothered Clark County. Preston. Backcourt to Botner. Off to Martin. Back to Botner. Now they're taking a little more time. Pass deflected by Weiss out of bounds. It'll be Clark County's ball. With Clark County about 8 seconds right there, and they were still in backcourt. Inbounds it comes to Bridgewater. Now to Columbia. He's in the front court. Slipped away by Lofton, and Lofton called for a foul. Going for the loose ball. Chris Lofton first. Team's third. Lofton knocked it away from Columbia cleanly, but then when he went for the loose ball, he ran into another Clark County player. 13 foul, first on Lofton. 43 seconds to go first quarter. 19-14, Mason County. Bridgewater across the timeline, goes the right side of the lane. Gilbert guarding Preston. Ball goes down on top. Bridgewater pulls up. Gives it to Preston, high post, tries against Gilbert, right baseline, fall away shot is good. Preston with 8. 19-16, Mason County. 19 seconds to play first quarter. Royals look for the last shot. Lofton with 12 first half points, has a couple of threes. Dribbles out near the timeline, 10 seconds. Glances up at the clock with 7 seconds. Off a pick, long three straight away, in and out. Gilbert with the rebound, back up, rejected by Preston, and that'll win the first quarter. Lofton's shot went halfway down and came out. Gilbert got the rebound and was blocked by Preston. Mason County 19, Clark County 16, back in 1 minute. Well, 1 quarter in the books. Mason County 19, Clark County 16. Mason County led by 7 a couple of times there in the first quarter. Chris Lofton had a 3 there right before the quarter ended. Go halfway down and come back out. And Gilbert's putback rejected by Preston. Royals ball. Lofton off a pick. One hand bounce pass right side to Jones. Back to Lofton. Columbia out on him. Lofton drives. Fall away 18-footer. Rolls off. Sat on the rim and fell off. Rebound Bridgewater for Clark County. Bridgewater brings the ball in the front court. Jones on him. Bounces off to Columbia, right side against Grutza. Drives, back tip by Grutza, stolen off to Myrick. Mason County quickly in the front court. Myrick slows it down in the lane, up and bounces out. Rebound Preston for Clark County. Bridgewater. Front court. Goes left wing. Out to Preston. Grutza guards Preston this time. The switch off. 19-16, Mason County. 7-13, second quarter. Right wing to Columbia. Out on top to Gentry. Left side Bridgewater down to Preston. Fans it back out to Bridgewater. Right back to Preston. 2-man game. Bridgewater left corner for a 3. It spins out. Gentry with the rebound. And he stepped out of bounds. It'll go back to Mason County. Good rebound by Gentry. Came out of nowhere to get it, but his momentum took him to the baseline. And Mason County with the ball in the 3-point lead. Grutza off to Lofton. Straight away to Jones. Out to Myrick. And Myrick thought about the 3. Now he'll take a 2-point shot. Banks it up too hard. And Preston with the rebound for Clark County. Up to Martin, and he loses it out of bounds. Turnover Clark County. Coach Wright said one of the keys is the team's going to have to value possession of the basketball. That time an unforced turnover. 6:37, second quarter. Mason County 19. Clark County 16, and that was the score at the end of the first quarter. Lofton comes out, makes the inbounds pass, works off a pick. They switch off on him. He goes left wing. 3 off the dribble. Looks like they hit him on the hand. No call. Rebound to Jones. Jones out to Grutza. Grutza for a 3 over Gentry. That one won't go. And rebound. Litzinger back up and in over Preston. Litzinger's first basket. Mason County 21. Clark County 16. 6:15 second quarter. Looks like definitely Lofton got fouled on that shot and they didn't call it. Preston. Left corner Columbia. Drives against Grutza. Fans it out to Bridgewater. Bridgewater drives in off to Gentry. And he's fouled by Lofton. Chris Lofton picks up his second foul. Lofton fouled out in the regular season matchup. Gilbert will come in for Mason County. Jason Aaron in for Clark. Gilbert in for Mason County. Jason Aaron for Clark County. Lofton with 12 first quarter points, but he takes a seat here as Gilbert comes in for him with 6:02 to go in the first quarter. Martin, pass deflected, goes to Preston anyway. He goes up and in. 10 points for Preston. 21-18, Mason County. Grutza, front court. Off to Gilbert. Litzinger. Drives right side, spin move out to Grutza straight away. Grutza off to Jones. Over to Litzinger right side. Columbia out on him. Off to Myrick. Myrick takes the 3 over a screen. Misses badly. And Preston with the rebound for Clark County. Front court Martin. He'll spot up for an open 3. No good. Rebound out of bounds to Mason County. Seth Weiss comes in for the Royals. Out goes Nathan Myrick. Mason County 21, Clark County 18. Mark Midden in for Clark County. Out goes Martin. Grutza out on the point against Gentry. To Gilbert. Skip pass to Grutza. Set a screen for him, but Gentry fights through it. Off to Litzinger. Litzinger Left wing to Grutza. He drives baseline, takes it to the hole up. No good, foul. It's a blocking call on Jason Aaron. That's the first foul on Clark County. Comes with 4:59 to go in the second quarter. Grutza at the line for 2 shots for Mason County, trying to increase a 3-point Mason County lead. Up and good. 6 points for Grutza. Mason County 22, Clark County 18. Bridgewater in, Aaron out for Clark County. Grutza back for the second free throw. Got it. 7 for Grutza. And a 5-point Mason County lead at 23-18. Preston takes the inbounds pass, puts down the dribble, takes it to near the timeline, and gives it up to Bridgewater. Bridgewater down the right sideline. Bridgewater backs all the way out near the center circle, guarded by Bice. Works off a pick. Bice stays with him. The left baseline to Gentry. Back out to Bridgewater. High pick, Coach Wrights calls for with his sign from the bench. Columbia reverses off the pick. Double team, loses the ball. Got away with the wall. Coach Wells really upset. No call there. Bridgewater. Back outside. Got to be close to a 5 count. Gives it to Columbia right side. Into Preston, knocked away by Litzinger and out of bounds. Still Clark County's ball. 4:13, second quarter. Mason County 23, Clark County 18. Coach Wright's calling the plays, and Mason County assistant Mark Starnes trying to relay to the Royals what they're going to run. Mason County saw Clark County play 13 times this season. Bridgewater to inbound it, baseline right. Go to Preston right wing, out to Columbia. Columbia to the free throw line, out to Mitten, long three. It's short. Grutza with the rebound. Mason County by 5 with the ball. Grutza drives right of the lane, pulls up from 10, backs it, no good. Rebound out to Gilbert, out to Jones. Left side to Litzinger. Chris Lofton on the bench with 2 first-half fouls for Mason County. He has 12 of their 23 points. Grutza right side against Gentry. Underneath to Gilbert. Litzinger follow away shot good. Litzinger with 4. Mason County equals its biggest lead, 25-18. 3:40 to go in the second period. Bridgewater against Litzinger this time. Straight away. Goes to the right wing, standing dribble. Right corner to Columbia, started by Grutza. Puts it on the floor, into the lane, fans it out. Bridgewater, ball fake. Into Preston, catches, and is fouled. Trying to turn around for the shot. Grutza commits his second foul. 15 foul. We'll say Preston was in the act of shooting. 25-18, Mason County. Preston trying to cut into that lead. Big guy has 10 points. Holds one from the line, shoots, and misses this one long. Andrew Tibbs in for Mason County, replacing Wes Jones. Nathan Myrick back in. And Matthew Martin in for Clark County, replacing Barrett Bridgewater. Subway Subs brought to you by Subway, Gateway Plaza, Maysville. Preston back for the second free throw. Going to Belmont University. Free throw up and good. 11 points for Preston. He has 11 of their 19. And it's 25-19. Mason County with the ball in the lead. 3:11, second quarter. Bice, Litzinger, Tibbs, and Myrick out there along with Gilbert. Myrick, Litzinger off the Gentry. He took steps. Mason County turns it over. Clark County from backcourt. Inbounds to Columbia. Off to Martin. Martin calls out for play number 5. Started by Tibbs. Gentry takes a pass at the top of the key, drives against Litzinger, spins in the paint, up and good. Gentry one-on-one move after he makes the catch. He has 2. Mason County 25. Clark County 21. 2:35 to play first half. side on the dribble. Spins in, goes up, blocked by Preston. Rebound Preston. Clark County the other way. Martin. Coach Wrights calls for play 5 again. Tibbs against Martin. Down on Martin. Give to Gentry again. He takes the 17-footer and hits it. Back-to-back baskets by Gentry. He has 4. And it's 25-23. Mason County 7-point lead cut to 2, and the Royals want a timeout. 2:04 to go first half. Mason County 25, Clark County 23. We'll be back in 1 minute. Mason County's 7-point lead over Clark County trimmed to 2 again, and Coach Wells brings back in Grutza, Lofton, Jones, Litzinger, and Gilbert stays out there. Grutza and Lofton playing with 2 fouls apiece. And Clark County showing half-court trap. Lofton, off to Jones, right side. Back out to Lofton. The scoring range much more to Clark County's liking. Jones down to Gilbert, back to Jones, right side Lofton. 3 is short. Rebound Preston, tips it out to Columbia. Columbia pushes it front court, bounces off left side, and a foul on Wes Jones as he went flying by Martin. Jones called for his first foul. 16 foul. Common foul out of bounds to Clark County, baseline left. 25-23 Royals. Inbounds it comes Mitten, 3 on the way. Short, rebound Litzinger for Mason County. Up ahead to Grutza. Grutza for a 3, left wing, no good. And a foul on the rebound. It's going to go on Wes Jones pushing off. Trying to get position against Preston. 2 on Jones. 7th team foul. And it puts Clark County in the bonus with a minute 30 to play in the half. Seth Weiss back in, Jones out. 3 Mason County starters with 2 fouls. Grutza, Lofton, and Jones. 1-1 for Andrew Preston. Chance to tie if he gets both ends, so the 1-1. Up, no good. Rebound Lofton for Mason County. Lofton brings the ball in the front court against Columbia. To Litzinger. Back to Lofton. Chris with 12 first quarter points. Hadn't scored here in the second quarter. Grutza. Right side to Weiss. Back to Grutza. Nothing inside for Mason County with Big Preston in there. Lofton trying to post up, catches. Left side jumper, no good. Rebound tip to Preston of Clark County. 1 minute to go. Second quarter, 25-23 Mason County. Bridgewater backcourt. Gets it across the timeline. Run out of a double stack. He goes left side. Out to Columbia. 45 seconds. Columbia works it right side. Running double stack to work some clock down. Maybe try to play the last shot. Columbia. Out to Martin. Martin hands off to Bridgewater. 28 seconds. Bridgewater glances over the clock. 22 seconds. And a technical foul has been called on Mason County coach Kelly Wells. Technical foul with 20 seconds to play in the half. He was really giving it to the officials. He didn't like something Clark County was doing out of that double stack, and Bo Queen rings him up. Clark County a chance to tie it up with the technical free throws. Matthew Martin, the shooter, up and good. 25-24. Mason County. 20 seconds going to half. Martin up and misses the free throw. But Clark County will get the ball out of bounds. On the technical foul on Coach Wells. 25-24 Mason County. Royals have only scored 6 second quarter points. Bridgewater against Lofton. Crosses the timeline with 16 seconds. Down the right sideline. Goes baseline. Bounce pass. Left side Martin for 3. No good. Litzinger with the rebound. Off to Lofton. Up ahead. Intended for Weiss. Touch pass to Grutza. Goes up. Penalty's foul. That's what Mason County needed. A 3-point play on the fast break. Weiss, a great touch pass to Grutza, who puts it in, makes it 27-24 Mason County. And the foul is on Bridgewater. 20 27-24 Mason County. 2.5 seconds to play first half. Tibbs will come in for Lofton with Chris out of there with 2 fouls. Nathan Meyer due in for Brutza, but Brutza at the line for 1 shot. Lofton with a long pass down to Weiss, and Weiss with a touch pass to Brutza, who hit the shot and was fouled. Brutza looking for his 10th point. Up and good. Mason County up 28-24, and Nathan Meyer comes in for Brutza. 2.5 to go in the half. Gentry to inbound it. They go to Preston. Preston to the timeline, up on the horn, no good, and we've reached halftime. Mason County 28, Clark County 24. Back with our Wendy's halftime report in 1 minute. At the half, it's Mason County 28, Clark County 24. Before we get to the Wendy's halftime report, Marty Wallington, the public address announcer, is going to announce this year's Hall of Fame inductees in the 10th region.
Contributors to the Hall of Fame: Brian Flower, Augusta High School. Brian has kept the scorebook at Augusta for over the last 25 years. That's one out for the floor. Doug Hampton, Harrison County, longtime high school and collegiate referee, selected to officiate 7 Sweet 16 basketball tournaments. Rodney Massey, Deming High School. Rodney has been involved in the Deming athletic program for the past 24 years. He served as player, coach, and athletic director. Player inductees to the Hall of Fame: Denny Barber, Mason County, 1970 to 1972. Denny is 13th in the all-time scoring list with 1,077 points. He averaged 15.6 points per game his senior year. Career high 35 points against Newport Central Catholic. 1970 and 72 regional semifinalists and 71 regional finalists. Tim Franklin, MMA, 1976 to 1980. 4 years as a starting guard at Millersburg Military Institute. He earned 16 varsity letters, scored over 1,100 points, honorable mention, Harold Leader All-State, one of the highest ranking cadets of MMI. Marvin Boyers, Harrison County, 1992 to 1995. A 4-year starter, scoring over 1,000 points and grabbing 800 rebounds. Honorable mention All-Region 93-94, All-Region 94-95. Played on 1 regional championship team and participated in 4 regional tournaments. Mike Case, Maysville High School, 1985 to 1988. Mike's mother is receiving 1,140 career points, 17th on the all-time Maysville scoring list. 71 and 47 was the record of Maysville during his 4 years as starting guard. 27 and 8 his senior year, helping Maysville to the regional crown. Neil Howard, Montgomery County, 1990 to 1994. 4-year starter, scoring 1,629 points, making him second all-time at Montgomery County. 541 career rebounds and 183 three-point field goals. 2-time 10th region all 10th region, while leading the Indians to 85 wins during his 4-year career. Nathan Sider, Bishop Brossart, 1995 to 1998. A 4-year starter with over 1,779 points, making him career all-time leading scorer at Brossart. Season records during his career, season record 682 points, 233 field goals, 91 three-point goals. He's one of the big reasons for Brossart's success. These Hall of Famers will be officially inducted at the 10th Region Boys Basketball Spring Banquet held at Mason County on March 25th. The All-Region team will also be honored at that banquet. The 10th Region coaches would like to thank the inductees for their great contribution to basketball in this region and will remember your accomplishments for years to come. Let's please give them another round of applause. A well-deserving group.
This year's 10th Region Hall of Fame inductees. Worth a half of the 10th Region Championship game. It's Mason County 28, Clark County 24. We'll come back with the Wendy's halftime report in 90 seconds. Mason County's led by 7 on 3 different occasions, 11-4, 14-7, and Clark County came back to cut it to 2 at 16-14. Royals went up by 7, 25-18, with 3:40 to play in the half. Then, with a 25-23, Mason County coach Kelly Wells was called for a technical with 20 seconds to play in the half. Clark County went to the line with a chance to tie, but Matthew Martin could only hit one of the 2 technical free throws. And then Clark County got the ball out of bounds, missed a 3. Chris Lofton gets the rebound, throws a long down-court pass to Seth Blyce, who gives a touch pass to Dustin Grutza, who put it up and in and was fouled. Dustin hit the free throw to complete the 3-point play and put Mason County up by their 4-point halftime margin at 28-24. And a look at first half stats from statistician Danny Boyd. Mason County just 11 of 31 from the field, 35.5%. Clark County 10 of 21 for 47.6%. Mason County 3 of 15 on threes, 20%. Clark County 1 of 8 from behind the arc, 12.5%. Mason County 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Clark County is 3 of 7. Mason County actually out-rebounding Clark County 18-15. Clark County's turned it over 7 times, Mason County 2. So that big stat, 35%. Clark County's defense once again making things difficult for its opponent. But Mason County leads by 4, 28-24. And we'll start the third quarter in 1 minute. Mason County 28, Clark County 24. You're listening to the Boys 10th Region Tournament Championship game on WFTM-FM, Maysville, Kentucky. Mason County called for 7 fouls in the first half. Clark County only committed 2. Bridgewater and Aaron each picked up 1. Clark County's ball to start the period. Mason County showing some half-court trap. Midden. Out to Martin. Back to Midden. Left corner to Columbia. Skip pass to Martin straight away. Inside to Preston. Catches. Spins. Goes up and in. Andrew Preston with 13. We didn't get to the individual scoring there at the first half. Chris Lofton with 12 for Mason County. Dustin Grutza leading the way, or next with 10. And Preston now with 13 for Clark County. I want to let you hear those Hall of Fame inductees' presentation. Lofton, right side of the lane, spins, goes up for 3, no good as he falls to the floor, he and Columbia. And Preston comes away with the rebound for Clark County. 28-26, Mason County. Martin, right wing on the dribble, looks in for Preston, gets it to him, he fans it out to Columbia, bobbles the pass, goes to the free throw line, back to Preston, spins, goes up on the fourth shot, misses it, he goes to the floor, Grutza up ahead to Jones against Columbia, lays it up, missed it, Myrick tips, good, and he's fouled. Nathan Myrick follows the shot with the tip in, he's hit on the elbow. The lead by Martin makes it 30-26 Mason County. Was on Martin, his first, and the first foul of the second half on Clark County. Nathan's first points of the game. Up and good. 3 for Nathan Myrick, 31-26 Mason County. 2-2-1 pressure. Columbia, baseball pass cross court to Preston. He dribbles into front court. Skip pass over to Midden. Midden for an open 3. It's short. Rebound Gentry. One dribble. Back up, and it won't go. Preston tips it out on the floor. Midden goes and gets the ball. Ends in lane. Goes up. No good, but he's fouled. That's going to be the third foul on Chris Lofton. Lofton picks up his third. 6.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Clark County with some misses, but Mason County couldn't come up with a defensive rebound. And Midden goes to the line for 2 shots. Up and good. Midden with 4 points. It's a 4-point Mason County lead at 31-27. Preston back for the second free throw. Up and good. 5 for Midden, and a 3-point lead for Mason County. Chris Lofton will be guarded this time by Columbia. Off to Jones. Back to Lofton. Fruitsa right side. Goes down to Litzinger. Litzinger against Midden. Spins. Fall away 12-footer. Good. Litzinger with 6. 33-28 Mason County. Preston takes the inbounds pass. Gives it back to Gentry. Midcourt to Midden. They do a good job of spreading out against the press. Now Gentry finally gets across the timeline. Goes to Preston right corner. Skips to the left side. Midden. Down low for Columbia. Backs his way in. Goes up one-hander. It bounces out. Preston back up. Blocked by Fruitsa. Gentry with the loose ball. He goes up. Missed it short. Preston with the rebound. Back up and in. Preston with 15. 33-30 Mason County. Royals won the battle of the boards in the first half, but not here in the third quarter. Lofton against Columbia. Right side. Fruitsa. Backs out. Takes a long three. Good. Fruitsa with 13. Mason by 6. 36-30. 5:18 third quarter. Here's a steal by Litzinger. The other way. Pulls up. 10-footer is no good. Myrick with the rebound. He has it taken away on the floor. And we're going to have a jump ball. And Preston goes to the floor hard. Nathan Myrick ends up on his back. And now some pushing and shoving going on. And they separate everybody. The alternating possession will give it to Mason County. Mike Wrights comes out to midcourt. After all that, it'll be Mason County's ball in the alternating possession. Mason County 36. Clark County. Inbounds to Jones. He takes an open three. No good. Rebound out of bounds off of Mason County's Nathan Myrick. Clark County doesn't want Preston to take any hard balls coming back from the sprained shoulder. Inbounds pass stolen by Myrick. He goes up, finger roll, no good, but he's fouled by Gentry. Mason County getting a couple of steals now out of the press. Foul is on Gentry, his first. Team second. Royals would love to go on another third quarter roll like they did last night against Bourbon County. Myrick for 2. Misses the first one long. It's Mason County's first miss at the line. Hit their first 4. Barrett Bridgewater back in for Clark County. That goes Mark Midden. 36-30 Mason County. 5:01 third period. Myrick a left-hander. Up. And it's off the back iron. Preston with the rebound for Clark County. Missed opportunity for Mason County at the line. Bridgewater backcourt. Started by Myrick. Front court. Into Preston. Preston backs his way in. Goes up off the glass. No good. And a foul on the rebound. Gentry on Lofton's back. 2 on Randall Gentry. 3 on Clark County. And it'll be Mason County's ball length of the floor. 4:45 to go third quarter. Mason County with the ball and the lead at 36-30. Chris Lofton has not scored since the first quarter when he had 12 points. On the dribble, he's fouled. Columbia on a push. That's his first. 4th on Clark County. Into Litzinger. Right back to Lofton. Slides off the pick. Goes right baseline. Gives to Litzinger. Open 3. Right corner. Won't go. And Gentry with the rebound for Clark County. Long pass up to Columbia. He takes a long 3. It spins out. Gentry with the rebound. Back up. Blocked and fouled by Fruitsa. Fruitsa's third foul. First on Mason County. And it'll send Randall Gentry to the line for 2 shots.
Second half foul. Randall Gentry's line for 2 shots.
Gentry's first trip to the line. He's been active on the boards here in the third quarter. Up and good. 5 points for him. And a 5-point Mason County lead. 36-31. Gentry again. Good. 6 for Gentry, and Clark County wants a timeout. 4:17 to play, third quarter. Mason County 36, Clark County 32. Back in 1 minute. Mason County with a 4-point lead, 36-32 over Clark County with 4:17 to play in the third period. Hard to score against these Cardinals here in the postseason, giving up just 40.7 points per game in their first 4 games of the postseason. Mason County with 36 points, with just 8 of them coming here in the third quarter. Lofton, right wing. Gives it back to Grutza. Off to Myrick. Alley-oop for Lofton. Catches, lays it up and in. Lofton with 14, his first point since the first quarter. 38-32 Mason County. Gentry, long look. Gets it into Columbia. Back to Gentry. To Martin. Back to Gentry. Preston, front court. Gives it out to Bridgewater. Right side to Columbia. Guarded by Grutza. Inside to Gentry. He spins, goes up, blocked, and a foul. Jones and Myrick both there as Gentry goes to the floor. Hacked on the arm by Nathan Myrick. I think Jones got all ball, but Myrick got him on the hand. First on Nathan, second on Mason County, and Gentry back for 2 more free throws for Clark County. And Gentry, I don't know if he got popped in the mouth or what. He came up wiping his face. Says he's okay. He'll step to the line for 2 free throws. They threw that alley-oop over Preston's outstretched hand, and Chris went up and caught it right in front of the goal, above the goal, and laid it in on that last play for Mason County. Gentry, 6 points. Up and good. 38-33 Mason County, 3:40 to go, third quarter. Clark County with 5 of its 9 third quarter points coming from the free throw line. Gentry for the second one. It spins out. Grutza with the rebound for the Royals. They bring the ball to front court. Down to Jones. Out to Litzinger. Off to Grutza straight away. Right side to Litzinger. Jones. He drives into the lane. Shovels off to Myrick. Up too hard. Had Preston coming after him. Grutza with the rebound. Fall away shot up. Good. Grutza with the putback. He has 15. Mason County equals its biggest lead, 40-33, with 3:14 to go, third quarter. Fourth time they've led by 7. Martin backcourt takes a high pass and walks. Martin took steps against the press, and Mason County gets it back. 3:05 to go, third quarter. Mason County a chance now to take its biggest lead. And we got a timeout, Clark County. 3:05 to go, third quarter. Mason County 40, Clark County 33, back in 30 seconds. 3 minutes, 5 seconds to go in the third quarter. Mason County 40, Clark County 33. Royals have the ball out of bounds. Looking to extend what right now equals their biggest lead. Fruits it inbounded from the right sideline on Clark County side of the floor. And it comes to Lofton. Reverses off the pick. Fakes the 3. Now he takes it, and it is good. He falls to the floor. 17 for Lofton, and Mason County takes a 10-point lead. 43-33 with 2:53 to go, third quarter. Front court, Columbia nearly lost it. Gives it off to Preston. Stolen by Grutza. Out of bounds. It'll be Clark County's ball. 2:46 to go in the third. A 10-point Mason County lead. Royals have outscored the Cardinals 15-9 so far here in the third. Mid and in, Bridgewater out for Clark County. Cardinals windbound the ball. In front of their bench, they go into Preston. They double team him. Gives it out right side Martin for a 3. No good. Gentry with the rebound. Back up and in. Gentry with 9. 43-35. Mason County with the ball in the lead. Gentry hitting the glass here in the third period. Litzinger. Gives to Jones. Right side. Back out to Litzinger at the timeline. Off to Lofton. Columbia guards him. Lofton out to the center circle. Going to take Columbia on the dribble. Left side. Stop and go. Fakes. Gives off to Jones. Jones drives against Preston. Goes by him and is fouled. Preston called for a blocking foul. That's his first and the 5th on Clark County. Common foul out of bounds. No, they say Jones was shooting. And Clark County's complaining, and they got a legitimate complaint here. Coach Wrights is all the way up to the timeline, and I got to agree with him. Jones will get 2 free throws. Up and good. Jones is first, 44-35. Mason County by 9 with 2:05 to go in the third period. Jones back for the second one. And it's good. Mason County again by 10, 45-35. Here's a deflection by Groups out of bounds. It'll still be Clark County's ball. Mason County picking up the intensity here in the press. Gentry to toss it in from the right corner. Fakes, comes into Columbia underneath the Mason County basket. He drives down the right sideline. Double team, ball knocked loose, and it's tipped out of bounds. It'll go to Clark County. Columbia and Lofton both going for the ball, and they say Lofton touched it last. That might be a makeup call. Minute 57 to play third quarter, 45-35. Mason County. Martin to Gentry. Gentry straight away, misses the shot. Rebound Preston. Preston goes back up and missed. Back up again, good. Preston with 17. Mason County 45. Clark County 37. Minute 35 to go in the third. Brutza. Straight away to Lofton. He drives against Midden this time. Fakes. Goes up from 10. Good, and he's fouled. Chris Lofton faked his man off the floor, hits the shot, and is fouled. It's on Midden, his first. Team 6. Mason County again by 10. 47-37. 19 for Lofton. And he goes to the line for 1. Lofton 12 in the first quarter, none in the second, then hits 7 here this quarter, hits this free throw. 20th point of the night for Lofton. And Mason County has its biggest lead, 48-37. 1:24 to go third quarter. Martin backcourt double team. He goes cross court to Midden. Midden drives in. Too hard. Preston over the back on the foul. Andrew Preston crashes the boards. He was boxed out by Litzinger. And Mason County gets the ball back with an 11-point lead. Well, they shoot 1-on-1 as that is foul number 7 on Clark County. Second on Preston. 20 points here in the third quarter so far for Mason County after they were held to 28 the entire first half. Maybe Litzinger or Grutza the shooter. I thought it was Litzinger who boxed out. Now, Grutza tried to block the shot, forced the miss, and then Litzinger on the good box out. Preston went over his back. 1-on-1 for Litzinger, 74% free throw shooter, trying to extend an 11-point Mason County lead, and he does with the free throw. 7 for Litzinger. 49-37. Mason County builds it to a 12-point lead. Preston out for his first rest. Bodner in for him. Litzinger bonus got it. 8 for Litzinger, and Mason County leads by 13, 50-37. Bodner, pass to Columbia, stolen by Myrick. Nathan the other way, 2-on-2, takes it to the hoop, up and no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds and goes to Clark County. Good pressure defense getting back for Gentry, as Nathan normally has an open lane to the basket after a steal like that. They forced him to bank it high off the glass, and he missed. Gentry into Columbia, back to Gentry, wasn't expecting the pass, makes a nice catch. Martin, midcourt, passes it right to Grutza, Royals the other way, 4-on-3. Up to Myrick, knocked away on the floor, out of bounds, Mason County's ball. And Preston's going to have to come back in. Having trouble getting it up and against the press with Preston out of there. He's back in, and Bodner's out. 50-37, Mason County, 52 seconds to go, third quarter. Myrick from the right baseline, gets it into Grutza. Off to Lofton, screen for a 3 straight away. No good, missed it wide right. I think Mason County thought he was fouled. Preston with a rebound. Now to Aaron. Aaron drives in, goes up, blocked by Jones, and a foul. Jones called for his third foul. Third team foul. Fourth team foul. And Aaron at the line for 2 shots. Up and rolls in. His first point. 50-38, Mason County. 42 seconds to go, third quarter. Up again. Good. Two for Aaron. 50-39, Mason County. Here's an inbound steal, but Grutza comes up with the ball. Takes it the other way. He dishes off Myrick. Reverse layup, good. Myrick with 5. Mason County 52, Clark County 39. Preston with a good catch. He drives into the lane, gives it out to Aaron. Aaron drives baseline, stolen by Jones. Or Lofton up ahead to Jones. He goes up, lays it up and in. Mason County leads by 15. Jones with 4. It's 54-39 Mason County. 15 seconds to go, third quarter. Columbia backcourt against the press. Stolen by Jones, but they say he kicked it, and he did kick it. Mason County has outscored Clark County 26-15 so far here in the third. Bryson Gilbert in for Mason County. Now go Lofton and Grutza. 9.9 seconds to go in the third quarter. And there's a foul at midcourt. Jones bumps Martin. 4 on Jones. 5th team foul. And Andrew Tips will come in for Mason County. 8.5 seconds to play in the third quarter. Mason County by 15. Botner in for Clark County. He replaces Preston. Gentry will toss it in. Just in the front court to go in the backcourt to Columbia. Columbia against Tibbs. Spins him. Free throw line in the lane. Goes up and no good. Tip no good. Rebound Columbia back up on the horn. Won't fall. And after 3 quarters, it's Mason County 54. Clark County 39. Back to the fourth quarter in 1 minute. Mason County with its biggest lead of the night as we start the fourth quarter. 54-39 over Clark County. Clark County has the ball to start the final period. Goes in backcourt to Columbia. Columbia against Myrick. Way outside. Up to Martin. Broken up by Lofton, but Martin saves it. Martin stranding dribble. Fast tip by Lofton. Out on the floor. Run down by Aaron at the timeline. Skips it to Gentry. Gentry spins. Baseline. Goes up and in. Gentry with 11. 54-41 Mason County. 7:35 to play. Lofton against Columbia. Gets a step on him. Runner in the lane up and good. Lofton with 22. Shot that one off over Preston. And it's 56-41 Mason County. Preston up to Aaron. He nearly walked. Bounces it up to Columbia. Columbia 15-footer. It spins out. Preston back up and in. 19 for Preston. 56-43 Mason County. Grutza up to Gilbert. Back to Grutza. Fakes. Goes up. Blocked by Preston. And Preston comes up with the ball. Up to Martin. Martin to Aaron, left side. He's fouled by Litzinger. Jared Litzinger on a push, his second, and the 16th foul. Out of bounds to Clark County. Columbia from the left sideline. Goes backcourt to Martin. Martin guarded by Grutza in the front court. Run out of a 1-2-2. Preston at the high post. Martin picks up his dribble. Goes underneath. Stolen by Litzinger. Off to Myrick. Coach Wells says slow it up. 6:40 to go. Mason County by 13. 56-43. Lofton against Columbia, and he's fouled. Columbia reach in his second. 8th team foul. And Chris Lofton will go to the line for 1 and 1. Two more fouls, and Mason County will be in the double bonus. Lofton, 22 points up and good. 57-43, Mason County in the lead. Lofton again. Got it. 24 for Lofton. Mason County again by 15, 58-43. Preston takes the inbound pass backcourt. Gentry off to Aaron, up to Columbia. Columbia drives into the lane, jump stop, goes up, no good. Preston tips, up and in. Preston with 21, 58-45 Mason County. Grutza drives by Gentry, ball knocked away and out of bounds off of Grutza's leg. 6:15 remaining in the ball game. 13-point Mason County lead, 58-45. Royals got to get a body on Preston and keep him from getting those tip-ins. Columbia motors into front court, takes it to the hole, off to Preston, up and good. Preston with 23. Mason County by 11, and Mason County wants a timeout. 6 minutes even to play in the ball game. Mason County 58, Clark County 47. Back in 30 seconds, in 1 minute. 1 minute. 6 minutes to play in the championship game of the boys' 10th region tournament. It's Mason County 58, Clark County 47. Mason County doesn't have an answer for Preston inside. He scored their last 6 points for Clark County. A couple on follow shots and that time on a layup. Now Clark County's going to come with pressure, down 11. Brutza, long look on the inbounds. Lofton comes and makes the catch. He'll work it up against Columbia. Lofton 24 points, game high. Preston has 23. Lofton crossover dribble, works to the left side, pulls up, nothing there, gives to Litzinger. Out to Grutza. Grutza against Gentry. Gives to Lofton. Lofton off the pick, right side, drives, underneath the basket, foul. We're just making Columbia chase him, and Columbia catches up late and called for the foul. It's 3 on Stephen Columbia, 9th team foul. It'll be another 1-on-1 for Chris Lofton. Lofton up, and no good. Gentry with the rebound, loses it on the floor. Held ball, it'll go to Mason County. Everybody was kind of frozen there after Lofton missed that free throw. Nobody went for the rebound right away, and then Gentry did, lost it to the floor, and he was tied up. And the arrow points Mason County's way. 5:33 to play in the ball game. Mason County 58, Clark County 47. Wipe up some perspiration underneath the Mason County basket. Clean off the basketball. Mason County led 19-16 at the end of the first quarter, 28-24 at halftime, 54-39 after 3 quarters. They've been outscored 8-4 so far here in the fourth quarter. Myrick goes out on top, into backcourt to Lofton. Guarded again by Columbia. Crossover dribble. Gives it out to Myrick. Royals run double stack to eat some clock. Jones comes out, takes a bounce pass, gives to Grutza. 5:15 to play. Off the pick. Inside Litzinger. Baseline, back out to Grutza. Grutza against Gentry. Back to Lofton. 5 minutes to go. Mason County's added a minute since Clark County last scored. To Jones. Jones hands off to Grutza. Royals playing keep away. Grutza, fouled by Gentry. I think Coach Wright said, let's do some early fouling here. Sometimes it's not best to wait till late. That's the 10th team foul, and he brings his team over here for a quick huddle at midcourt. Grutza at the line, 4-2. Mason County by 11, 58-47, with 4:42 to play. Royals going to have to hit some free throws down the stretch. Grutza hits this one. He has 16, and it's 59-47 Royals. 4:42 to play. They got the ball with 6 minutes left, and able to eat off a minute 18 out of that double stack. Up again, good. 17 for Grutza, and a 13-point Mason County lead, 60-47. Up court, Bridgewater takes it to the basket, goes up, and in. High off the glass. Bridgewater's first bucket makes it 60-49 Mason County. 4.5 minutes to play. May take a while to play this 4.5 minutes. Lofton against Columbia, drives by him into the lane, floater up, blocked by Preston. Lofton gets the rebound back up. No good, and Columbia with the rebound for Clark County. Stolen, Jones goes up, nobody's fouled. It's on Bridgewater, his second. Jones at the line, 4-2. It's just hard to score inside against Clark County with Preston with his big fly swatter out. Jones trying to pad an 11-point Mason County lead with 4:16 to play. Up and good. Jones with 5 points did not score in the first half. 61-49 Mason County. Jones again. Good. Mason County 62, Clark County 49. Gentry into Bridgewater. Waves everyone off. He'll work it up against Lofton. Stumbles, keeps his dribble. Down the right sideline. Up to Columbia. Columbia right baseline. Loses the ball out of bounds. Off of Mason County's Nathan Myrick. Mason County fans thought it went off Columbia's leg. The official says no, it went off Myrick's. Martin back in for Clark County. Out goes Gentry. 4:04 to play. 13-point Mason County lead. Aaron inbounded. Knocked down by Lofton. Out of bounds. Bridgewater again, this time from the right corner. Gets it into Preston. Makes a nice catch. Out to Columbia. Columbia backs his way in. Spin move in the lane. Up. No good. Rebound out to Lofton. Lofton up ahead to Myrick. He's got a run out. Right side. Foul from behind. Intentional. Myrick is hammered from behind, and it's an intentional foul on Clark County. Foul on Aaron is his second. Aaron did go for the ball, but he hit pretty hard on Myrick, and Myrick was going up for the layup. You know it's intentional. He's not often called intentional. Nathan on the run out. Shooting 2 free throws here. Misses the first one. 3:52 to play. Mason County 62, Clark County 49. Nathan just a 53% free throw shooter. Made his first one. Has missed 3 in a row. Royals will get the ball out of bounds, too, on the intentional foul call. Myrick up and missed them both. Off the back iron. And Weiss will come in for Nathan. Nathan's free throw shooting percentage will probably keep him off the floor in offensive court, and they'll try to get him back in and stay on defense. Mason County's ball. Baseline left, and first, Clark County takes a timeout. 3:52 to play. Mason County 62, Clark County 49. Back in 1 minute. 3 minutes, 52 seconds to play in the ball game. Mason County 62, Clark County 49. It's Mason County's ball out of bounds. At the Royals into the floor, baseline left. Clark County is down to 1 timeout. Mason County with Weiss, Lofton, Brutza, Litzinger, and Jones. Brutza will inbound it from the left baseline. Brutza into Lofton, left corner. Brutza baseline left. He drives, cut off. Out on top to Weiss. Just to Litzinger. Right corner Jones. Royals play keep away. Down to Brutza. Backs his way in. Banks it up and in. Royals spread the floor and get an easy 2. 19 for Brutza. Mason County 64. Clark County 49. 3.5 minutes to play. Preston backcourt. Hands off to Martin. Martin guarded by Weiss. Off to Gentry. Gentry drives into the lane. Goes up. Missed it short. Rebound Litzinger for Mason County. Royals by 15 with the ball. 64-49. 3:10 to play. Brutza against Martin. Off to Litzinger. Royals 4 corner. Litzinger. Jump pass over to Lofton. To Brutza. Back to Litzinger. Litzinger double teamed and fouled with 3 minutes even to play. Columbia called for his 4th foul. And it'll be Litzinger at the line for 2 shots. Mason County's been in a double bonus for some time. Many of the Clark County fans get up and leave. Litzinger up. And good. 9 for Litzinger. And Mason County has its largest lead of the night. 16 points at 65-49. About an 11-point favorite according to Dave Cantrell. Litzinger again. Good. 10 for Litzinger. And it's 66-49. Royals by 17. Still, Brutza in backcourt comes up with it. On the dribble. Right corner Jones. He drives in, lays it up on the finger roll. Jones with 8. Mason County by 19. 68-49. 2:45 to go. Preston backcourt. Gives it off to Bridgewater. Bridgewater still in backcourt. And he gets it to Gentry. They just do beat the 10 count. Gentry has it knocked away by Brutza. Stolen by Myrick. 3-on-1 the other way. Down to Lofton. Plays it in. Mason County by 21. 70-49 Royals. 2:24 to go. Columbia. Stealing by Brutza. Off to Lofton. Fakes the 3. Now takes it. And it is no good. Brutza rebounds for Mason County. Royals take it outside. And a timeout Mason County. 2:11 to go. Royals by 21. We'll be back in 30 seconds. start is getting ready to start the Fieldhouse. Mason County with a 21-point lead over Clark County at 70-49 with 2:11 to go. And once again, it was a third quarter run by the Royals. Mason County has outscored Clark County 42-25 here in the second half. They've put 70 points on the board so far against a Clark County team that was giving up 40.7 so far in the postseason. Vice. Inside to Lofton. He'll circle it back outside. Royals want to eat some clock, make him foul. They go inside to Grutza. Grutza off to Litzinger, lays it up and in over Preston. Litzinger with 12, and this Mason County team's doing what it does best, sharing the basketball. 2 minutes to go. Steal by Litzinger. Down to Lofton. Lofton on a run out. He dunks it. It is underway. 28 for Lofton. It's 74-49 Mason County. Front court Martin. Off to Midden for a three. Left side. No good. But back up and in by Jake Barnes. His first two. 74-51. Minute 34 to go. Lofton up to Jones. And somebody has been ejected. Matthew Martin called for the foul. And I thought Kenny Gant gave the signal that he'd been ejected. I'm not sure. Timeout with 1:32 to go. Mason County 74, Clark County 51. Or is there timeout? Officials timeout. Coach Wells says, let's go. Tells the officials, let's get this thing underway. And Chris Lofton is going to shoot. It's a technical foul, apparently. 28 points for Lofton. Mason County 74, Clark County 51. And now Coach Wrights empties his bench. Charles Everett, a 6'3" sophomore in. David Abner, a 5'10" junior. 74-51, Mason County on top. Mason County scored 14 straight points before Barnes got that last basket. Lofton for 2 technical free throws, or intentional foul, I guess. Up good. 29 for Lofton. 75-51, Mason County. Lofton again. Good. 30 for Lofton, and it's 76-51 Royals. And they'll get the ball out of bounds. It was an intentional foul, apparently, to call. I didn't see if it was intentional or technical. I thought he gave the ejection sign. Grutza. Standing dribble out at the timeline. Off to Litzinger. Clark County couldn't guard Mason County after they went to the four corner. They did a good job for a half. Grutza double team. Gives it out to Vice with a minute 12 to play. Off to Jones. He's trapped. Splits it on the dribble. Gives to Grutza. Grutza off to Jones. Jones to Lofton. Skip pass near side to Vice. 1 minute to go. 76-51, Mason County. Grutza out front against Snowden. Off to Jones. Jones gives to Litzinger with 47 seconds. Litzinger against Everett. Way outside. Royals killing the clock. 40 seconds to go. 25-point lead for Mason County. Royals are going to state tournament and could very well be the favorite when they get there next week. Litzinger through a double team, some fancy dribbling and a foul. 29 seconds to go. Foul is on David Abner, his first. And Litzinger at the line for 2 shots. Jared injuring his ankle last night, but showing no ill effects tonight. Dozen points, and now Coach Wells went to his bench. First, Litzinger will have to shoot 1 of 2 free throws. This big crowd has been celebrating for the last several minutes. Mason County took a 25-point lead with a minute 50 to play. And right now we're just waiting on the final score. Litzinger up and good. 13 for Litzinger, 77-51 Mason County. They just continue to build on the lead. Checking in for Mason County, Tyler Murray, Chris Hopper, Andrew Tibbs, and Robert White. Zach Harrison set to check in for Litzinger, who goes back to the line, up and good. Litzinger with 14, he goes out, and Zach Harrison comes in. Mason County 78, Clark County 51, 50-point second half for the Royals. Right side Barnes slips down, and went out of bounds. Mason County's ball. Young kids down in the end zone ready to rush the court as soon as the horn sounds. The cheering section just to our left. Tibbs, front court, 19 seconds. Off to Harrison. Royals going to tie the school record for wins in a season with 31 and go to the state tournament for the second straight year. Right side Murray drives in, double teamed, has it knocked away, saved by Hopper. To Tibbs, ball goes in backcourt. It'll be over and back on Mason County with 2.2 seconds to play. 78-51 Mason County. Stay tuned for our post-game show. I have the celebration. Talk to Coach Wells and the players. Clark County inbounded for the final 2.2. Comes into Barnes from midcourt. Mason County wins it 78-51. The fans storm the floor. Mason County wins its second straight 10th region title, and the Royals are going to Rupp Arena. They score more points in the second half tonight than Clark County gave up to any other postseason tournament. Dustin Grutza hoisted up on the shoulders of the Mason County fans. And for the 9th time in school history, the Royals are going to state. 78-51. We'll be back with our postgame show in 2 minutes. Mason County wins 78-51 over Clark County. Back-to-back 10th region champions here with Coach Wells. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you. I'm a little bit exhausted mentally and physically. It was a tough game and a hard-fought game. I just am so proud of our kids. They stepped up to every occasion. It's been that way all year long. Just really pleased with them. I just tickled to death to see the rewards come out of a great season.
Once again, a second half, you score 50 points. They hadn't given up over, or they're averaging about 41 allowed in the postseason. You score 50 in the second half.
Well, we weren't going to look back. We weren't going to take a second chance at it. These kids have worked hard every day, and the practice and the time we put in that nobody else puts in paid off tonight. And we've had the bullseye on our chest all year long, and it's really great to see these kids handle that with the great character that they've handled it with, and to come out and to repeat as region champs is a nice thing. But we're hopefully we're not finished with what we're going to do this year.
Chris, 30 points despite some foul trouble tonight, but boy, did he get you started, and did he finish?
Well, I told my dad when we started the game, and I told the kids to be here a little bit early, and when he walked in the door, my nerves kind of slowed down a little bit because, as long as he's walking to my locker room, I feel pretty good about my chances.
They did cause some problems with Andrew Preston. He had a great game, 23 points, 16 rebounds, but down the stretch, you all got the rebounds, and really when you were able to get the double-digit lead and spread the floor, they had trouble guarding you.
Andrew's a tough cover, and especially for us, we just don't have a lot of size, but I'm going to give our guys a ton of credit. They really battled hard, and we talked about boxing out in the first half. We were leading in the rebound margin, which is a game we normally don't out-rebound them just because of their size, but we got in our tempo, and our kids just battled every possession, and we weren't going to wonder what if after the game tonight. I thought our kids really capitalized on the opportunity tonight.
I thought a big play in the first half. After you get the technical, they hit 1 of 2 free throws to cut it to 1. Misfire on the possession. Chris gets the ball, gets it down to Seth. Seth with a touch pass to Dustin, who gets a basket and 1.
Hey, our kids are so tough, mentally and physically, and the only person on our bench that lost their cool tonight was me. I didn't think I was going to make it through the game, and I thought our kids really were focused, and they really gave me a lift tonight, and that's what it's about. Winners find ways to win, and I think our kids are definitely classified as winners all the way top to bottom.
It's so hard to repeat in anything. When you talk about the 4 starters graduating last year, but what group you have here to come in here and do it wire to wire?
Yeah, we don't spend enough time appreciating what we have, and I don't know if you call it being spoiled or what, but these guys are a great, classy group of fellas, and I'm going to put my arms around them and be proud as heck that I'm their coach, and take them out, and we'll go around and show them off, and just really pleased with everything about them.
We've talked about the season's gone by, and it's gone so fast, but really, you said let's step back and enjoy it. Now for a few days, you really can, and boy, party time here, and the fans were ready to explode.
Well, our fans have been great all year long. They followed us to all our tournaments, and we got bigger crowds in Louisville than the Louisville schools do. We go to Lexington, we got bigger crowds than they do, and we just fill this place up with a lot of energy, and our school pride's been at all-time high. I've just never seen it this way in the time I've been here. Our halls are covered. Our fans are just tremendous. They follow our kids, and heck, if you can't get attached to this bunch of boys, I don't know if you can get attached.
A great win tonight. 27-point victory in the finals.
Well, it's a little deceptive. We really made a run at the end, but I thought our kids' stuff to show through tonight, and I was really proud of everything that they're about.
Okay, congratulations. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you, Danny.
Royals coach Kelly Wells. Hope to get some of the players here. They're busy cutting down the nets. Maybe we can get them here in a minute. Mason County 78, Clark County 51. We'll take a 1-minute timeout and come back. Mason County wins 78-51 over Clark County, joined now by Dustin Grutza. Great job, Dustin.
What can I say? Region champs going to Rupp. Shoot. Feelings greater in this one right now.
You knew it was going to be tough. Clark County hangs with you there for a half, but y'all with the knockout punch in the second half, and really when you spread the floor, they had trouble guarding you. You were in the double bonus and got some nice shots inside.
Yeah, we've been coming out pretty good in the second half, and tonight we came out just the same, and we were able to get some steals and some quick points, and once we got our lead, we just sort of spread them out and made them guard us, and once they came out on us, we were able to get easier shots.
And y'all had some foul trouble tonight, both you and Chris with 2 fouls in the first half.
Yeah, we did get in foul trouble, and you got to expect that in final situations. You can't always go for those little steals and stuff, but our subs were able to come in and fill in for us, and we were able to get it done tonight.
I thought a play that's going to make the highlight reel is Seth's touch pass to you, and you get the basket in one after they cut it to one.
Yeah, that was a rough time right there. There was a technical. Teams were a little angry at each other, and that was a big momentum swing right there when we got that and one right before the half, and helped us a lot.
Congratulations. We'll see you next week at State.
All right, thank you.
Dustin Grutza. Going to get Chris Lofton, I think, in here next. Chris with 30 points tonight. Chris, you were feeling it there early, 12 in the first quarter, and you came on strong down the end. Talk about your game.
Man, I've been so hyped for some reason this game. I just came out hitting my shots at the beginning. I knew it was going to be a long day for the Cardinals then. Got a little foul trouble, but I kept my head up. My teammates kept us in the game, and we came out here with a win.
A little rough out there, wasn't it?
Yeah, man, they was holding me, but I ain't going to say nothing, but that's all right. But they was fouling me and stuff, but we just played through it, and we got the win.
You drove to the baseline here, they fouled you, and you hit that little fall-away shot.
Yeah, I got in with the head fake and threw it up and went in. Crowd erupted, and that's what I like.
And once y'all got the lead, able to spread it out, and they had trouble guarding him.
Yeah, we just spread the ball out because we got 5 ball handlers on the court at all times, and they had trouble guarding us, and we just moved the ball around. We got it in the right people's hands, and they knocked their free throws down.
Heading to the state tournament again.
The best feeling in the world.
Okay.
I walk on the rubber arena, see all those lights and all those people. It's great.
Good job tonight, Chris. 30 points for Chris Lofton as he leads all scorers as Mason County wins it by the score of 78-51. Going to get a couple more players on here. Going to get Jared Litzinger here. Jared bounces back from an injury last night. 14 points, and you had that big guy in there swatting at all kinds of shots, but you're able to hit those turnarounds and fallaways.
Oh, yeah. Andrew Preston, he's a great player. He's about 6'10". He's just an awesome player. He's always post moves for a big guy. He's a very good player.
Tough going there. You had a 4-point lead at halftime, but y'all come out with your big second half again, 50 points.
Yeah, in the halftime we had a 4-point lead, but we had to push that out. Coach Wells got on us about executing our offense, and we had to do it better in the second half, which I think we did. We pulled out a big win against Clark County, our rival.
About a couple, 3 possessions there in the third quarter where y'all came up with the steals in the press that really turned the table.
Our key to our offense is our defense, deflections, rebounds, and pushing a lot, fast breaks. I don't know how many fast breaks we're pushing up with, but it was a lot, though. I know that.
Chris talked about when you went 4 corners and they had trouble guarding you, you got 5 ball handlers out there.
Yeah. That's the thing about our team. We got 5 shooters, 5 ball handlers. There's really not a true center out there. We just all team players. We love each other.
I'm looking forward to the state tournament.
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay, good job, Jared. Jared Litzinger tonight, 14 points for the Royals. Let Nathan Meyer come in here. Nathan's got the net around his neck. How's it feel to be region champs again, Nathan?
It's real special. We've been here before, so we've got that experience, and it really came through for us tonight.
They handled the press pretty well in the first half, but y'all turned it up a notch or 2 in the third quarter.
Yeah, Clark County's got a great team. They did a great job of handling our press in the first half, but in the second half, we began to wear them down because we just got it up, and they wanted to play a slow-paced game.
It had to feel good to look up and see that lead, and then you went to the spread offense, and they just couldn't guard you.
Yeah, it was nice. We wouldn't take no stupid shots or nothing. We had a pretty big lead, and we just wanted to just play it out.
You all are a great team, but really, Chris, I thought kind of put you on the shoulders there at the start and showed what a great player he is.
Yeah, that's what he does. We look to him. He's our leader on offense. He does a great job, and he was knocking his shots down.
Now, you had fun last year, especially in the first round. I know you want to do more damage at state this year.
Yeah, the first round was great last year, but we're trying to go all the way this year, but we're going to take it one game at a time.
Okay, good job. Congratulations, Nathan. Mason County wins it by the score of 78-51. Get Derek there for me if you would. Derek and Seth. Mason County wins it by the score of 78-51. Crowd lingering here on the court, celebrating Mason County's back-to-back 10th Region Championships. Derek Gilbert, got to feel good.
It feels great. I didn't get the opportunity last year, but this year I got an opportunity, and it feels unbelievable.
That had to be on your mind this week playing regional tournament week, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's been through my mind all out the year, and I'm just glad to be back.
You got in there and got to bang around with Preston a little bit. He had a great game against y'all, but you able to turn it on in the second half.
Yeah, our defense just went crazy second half, and that's what we need to do to win.
So tough to get anything in the paint there. Even if you drove by one man, there's Preston to block it away. But there, once you went to the spread, you were able to get some good baskets.
Yeah, if we miss the ball, we always go to the rebound and get the rebound, and that's what we did.
Okay, congratulations. Have fun at state. Derek Gilbert. Mason County wins 78-51 over Clark County. They'll play St. Henry at 1:30 Wednesday afternoon. Seth Weiss joins us. And Seth, I've been talking about your touch pass there at the end of the half. Talk about that play a little bit.
Oh, I was too far in the basket when I caught it, and I just saw Dustin out of the corner of my eye, and I passed it to him, and he made a good finish.
I heard everybody talking about your pass last night, but I think Coach Wells was in my way. I didn't see it until I got home and watched the news last night, that behind-the-back pass.
It was pretty much the same thing there. I saw Jones behind me, and I caught it too far into the basket, and I was just fortunate that he converted for me.
Some foul trouble. You had to run in there and really pick the team up off the bench. The bench didn't score tonight, but y'all had to play some big minutes.
Oh, yeah. The bench played big minutes tonight. We just did the things we needed to do to get the win tonight, and the starters really helped us in the scoring. But the bench played good minutes, and we got the win.
So many championship games go down to the wire. How did it feel to look up there and see the big lead and just wait for the clock to wind down and the fans were ready to explode?
It was just a relief to know that we were going to win, and just that we played so well in the second half. And Clark County, they did a lot to us the first half that kind of confused us, but the second half we were ready for them, and it was just a relief to see the scoreboard.
Has it sunk in yet that you're going to state again?
Not so much sunk in, but I think by tomorrow I'll be ready, and I think we'll be pumped come Wednesday.
Okay, congratulations. We'll see you there. And Mason County wins it by the score of 78-51. Hey, Seth, can you get Wes for me? Wes Jones? We're going to try to get Wes Jones on here and wrap things up on our post-game show. Mason County 78, Clark County 51. Royals led by Chris Lofton with 30 points, 19 for Dustin Grutza. Jared Litzinger with 14. Clark County led by Andrew Preston, 23 points, 16 rebounds, and Randall Gentry with 11 points. Mason County led 19-16 at the end of the first quarter, 28-24 at halftime, 54-39 after three quarters, and they win at 78-51. Wes Jones, congratulations, Wes. What a way, sophomore start out the season in the Winter Region. Talk about it.
Yeah, I'm real happy that we did it. This was our main goal. Now our main goal is to win the whole thing.
I talked to the other guys. Really tough first half. Y'all pulled away in the second half. How'd you do it?
Yeah, they was staying with us and getting us in their pace in the first half, and then we got down and played great defense, and it got us the win.
And once you got it spread out, they couldn't guard you.
No, they couldn't, but I didn't play to my ability. Like, I didn't try to beat them off the dribble. I was trying to shoot a little too much, and it had me on my game a little bit in the first half, and I tried to do it a little better in the second half.
Well, a lot of your shots come in the lane. You do a good job, but that's hard to do with Preston in there, isn't it?
Yeah, Preston, he's pretty tall. He's a good shot blocker, too.
And congratulations. Have fun at the state.
Thanks.
Wes Jones, member of the Royals. And I think everybody else pretty much celebrating here. Mason County wins it by the score of 78-51 over Clark County. Mason County will go to state with a record of 31 wins, 2 losses, 14-game winning streak, and they've won 26 out of their last 27, and they've now won 36 in a row against 10th Region teams going back to last year. Fine year for Clark County, 22 wins, 11 losses, as they finish as the 10th Region runner-up. Well, St. Henry winning the 9th Region over Simon Kenton tonight, so it'll be Mason County and Simon Kenton in the first round, 1:30 Wednesday afternoon, and we'll have some information about tickets, sales, and all that. And of course, we'll have all 15 games of the boys' state tournament. Philip A., Jason Butler, and myself will be there. First game tips off this year at noon. That's an early start time this year. And Mason County will play the second game at 1:30. So we know at least 4 teams that are in the state tournament: Iroquois and Ballard out of Louisville, St. Henry out of the 9th Region, and for the second year in a row, Mason County, 10th Region champions. 9th time in school history. Thanks to Wayne McLean, our studio engineer. Thanks to you for listening. Again, the final score, the Mason County Royals 78, the Clark County Cardinals 51. Danny Weddle saying good night from the Fieldhouse.